Hi friends, welcome to another video lecture on minerals. In this session, we will see about phosphorus. Phosphate is mainly an intracellular ion, means that it is found inside the cell and phosphorus is found in every cell of the body. An adult body contains 1000 gram of phosphate, among which 80% occurs in combination with calcium, which is found in bones and teeth, 10% in muscles and blood in association with proteins, carbohydrates, and lipids. The remaining 10% widely distributed in various chemical compounds. What are the important biochemical functions of phosphate? It is essential for the development of bones and teeth. Production of high energy phosphate compounds are another important function of phosphate. High energy phosphate compounds like adenosine triphosphate, cytidine triphosphate, guanosine triphosphate, creatine phosphate, etc. consists of phosphate. Next important function is its role as a nucleotide coenzymes. Nucleotide coenzymes such as nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate, pyridoxal phosphate, adenosine diphosphate, adenosine monophosphate, etc., which consists of phosphate group in its structure. Coenzymes are organic non-protein compounds that is necessary for the functioning of an enzymes. Another important function of phosphate is it is involved in the synthesis of DNA and RNA. DNA and RNA are made up of nucleotides, a compound consisting of nitrogenous base, sugar, and phosphate. The monomeric units of nucleic acid is nucleotide, which are connected together to form the DNA or RNA structure. The bond which connects the nucleotides in a nucleic acids are phosphodiester linkage. This phosphodiester linkage form the backbone of the structure. Next function is formation of phosphate esters. Phosphate esters are formed as intermediates in metabolic pathway. One of the best example is glucose 6-phosphate. Phosphates are also involved in the formation of phosphoproteins like casein, and it is also involved in the formation of phospholipids like lecithin and cephalin, and also required for the activation of enzymes by phosphorylation reactions. So phosphorylation reaction helps to activate some enzymes in metabolic pathways. One of the best example is glycogen synthase enzyme, which is involved in the glycogen metabolism. This enzyme will get activated only when it binds with a phosphate group, which is usually provided by ATP molecule. So when ATP is converted to ADP, which releases a phosphate group, that phosphate group bind to the enzyme glycogen synthase. So this phosphorylated glycogen synthase enzymes are active. So that activation of enzymes sometimes required phosphorylation reactions. Another important function is its role in phosphate buffer system in blood. The ratio of disodium hydrogen phosphate to sodium dihydrogen phosphate in blood is 4.1, and this maintains the pH of blood at 7.4. Next, we will move on to the dietary requirements. The recommended dietary allowance of phosphate is based on the calcium intake. The recommended ratio of calcium to phosphate for an adult is 1:1, that is 800 milligram per day. So if you are consuming 800 milligram per day of calcium, we need to have 800 milligram of phosphate also. But in infants, the ratio is 2:1. They need more amount of calcium than phosphate. Fortunately, in majority of natural foods, the ratio of calcium to phosphate is 1:1, so that the sufficient intake of calcium will ensure the intake of phosphate as well. Milk is a good source of phosphate, which contain about 100 milligram in 100 ml. These are the dietary sources of phosphate. The abundant sources are milk, meat, egg, nuts, green leafy vegetables, and grains. Now we will see how this phosphate is absorbed. phosphate absorption occurs in jejunum of small intestine, and 90% of the dietary phosphate is absorbed. The absorption rate is very high, and calcium level affects the absorption and excretion of phosphate. The absorption of phosphate is increased by calcitriol, parathyroid hormone, and acidity. But the presence of phytate in the food that can decreases the absorption of phosphate from small intestine. What is the serum phosphate level? 3 to 4 milligram per deciliter of phosphate is found in adults. But in children, the serum phosphate level is somewhat higher. It is around 5 to 6 milligram per deciliter. But when you take the whole blood, the phosphorus level is higher, that is around 40 milligram per deciliter. This is because RBC and WBCs contain a lot of phosphates, so that the hemolysis should be prevented while collecting the blood for the estimation of serum phosphate. If hemolysis occurs, that will give you a false results because phosphate is an intracellular ion. So hemolysis leads to the release of this intracellular ion into the serum, that may give you a false result. So here you can see the serum phosphate. This is found as free ions. Around 40% of the serum phosphate is found as free ions. 50% of the serum phosphates are complexed with cations like calcium, magnesium, sodium, and potassium, whereas 10% bound to protein. An amazing fact about serum phosphate is that fasting serum phosphate levels are higher than the postprandial. Usually, the nutrients level will increases in the postprandial condition, but in case of phosphate, fasting serum phosphate levels are higher than the postprandial. After the ingestion of carbohydrates, the phosphate from serum is drawn by cells for metabolism. This is the reason for decreasing the phosphate level in postprandial condition. So when you consume a large amount of carbohydrate or sugars, the phosphate from the serum is drawn by the cell for phosphorylation reaction. So this phosphorylation reaction is required for the metabolism of carbohydrates because several enzymes may get activated by this phosphorylation process. For that, the serum phosphate is utilized. As a result of that, the fasting serum phosphate levels are higher than the postprandial. How the level of phosphate is regulated? It is mainly controlled by the kidney, and the hormones involved are calcitriol, PTH, and calcitonin. These three hormones were also involved in the regulation of calcium. 85% of filtered phosphate is reabsorbed by proximal convoluted tubule of the kidney. When dietary intake is reduced, phosphate reabsorption is increased, so that helps to maintain the homeostasis of serum phosphate level. Parathyroid hormone increases calcium and phosphorus release from bone also. This is another process by which the body ensures the normal level of phosphate in serum. Another important hormone is vitamin D or calcitriol, which can also increases the serum phosphate level. Approximately 500 milligram of phosphate is excreted in urine per day. So around 500 milligram phosphate is excreted through urine per day. The diseased states associated with phosphate level are hyperphosphatemia and hypophosphatemia. Hyperphosphatemia is the increased level of blood phosphate. There are different causes for the increased level of blood phosphate. One is the increased absorption of phosphate. So when vitamin D level increases or when phosphate infusion is higher, that may causes the increased absorption of phosphate, and which will increases the blood phosphate level. Second reason is that increased cell lysis, which usually occurs in cancer therapy, and rhabdomyolysis, that is the breakdown of muscle tissues. So in this case also, the cell lysis releases the phosphate to the blood, and which results in the increased blood phosphate level. The third cause is decreased excretion of phosphate. The decreased excretion of phosphate may be due to renal impairment or hypoparathyroidism. So renal impairment sometimes prevents the excretion of phosphate through kidney, and that finally results in the increase of blood phosphate level. Another condition is hypocalcemia, that is the decreased plasma calcium level, which also increases the level of blood phosphate. Certain drugs like nifedipine, furosemide, etc., that also causes the increased level of blood phosphate or hyperphosphatemia. Now we will see about hypophosphatemia, that is the decreased level of blood phosphate. This may be due to several reasons like decreased absorption of phosphate. Decreased absorption of phosphate may occur in malnutrition, malabsorption, chronic diarrhea, and vitamin D deficiency. In all these conditions, the absorption of phosphate from the intestine will be decreased, that eventually results in hypophosphatemia. Next reason is intracellular shift or the movement of phosphate from serum to cells. So it happens in insulin therapy, glucose phosphorylation, respiratory alkalosis, etc. Another reason is increased urinary excretion of phosphate, that also causes hypophosphatemia, and increased urinary excretion of phosphate usually occurs in hyperparathyroidism, Fanconi syndrome. It is a rare disorder of kidney tubule function that results in excess amount of glucose, phosphate, potassium, uric acid, etc. being excreted in urine. Similarly, hypophosphatemic rickets also causes the increased urinary excretion of phosphate. Another reason is hereditary hypophosphatemia, hypercalcemia, chronic alcoholism, and certain drugs like antacids, diuretics, etc. may causes the decreased level of blood phosphate known as hypophosphatemia. Now here is a reflection spot question. Fasting serum phosphate levels are higher than the postprandial. Explain the statement with respect to glycogen synthase enzyme. You find out the answer. Here is a recap. Phosphate is mainly an intracellular ion. It is essential for the development of bones and teeth. Production of high energy phosphate compounds like ATP, GTP, creatine phosphate needs phosphate. Synthesis of nucleotide coenzymes like NAD, NADP, PLP, ADP, AMP, etc. requires phosphate group. It is essential for the synthesis of DNA and RNA. It is essential for the formation of phosphate esters, phosphoproteins, and phospholipids. Activation of enzymes sometimes need phosphorylation reaction. It plays a very crucial role as phosphate buffer in blood, and the normal serum level in adult is 3 to 4 milligram per deciliter. It is regulated by the hormones calcitriol, parathyroid hormone, and calcitonin. An increased blood level is known as hyperphosphatemia, and the decreased blood level is known as hypophosphatemia. That's all about the phosphate. Thank you.